Hi, welcome to Parsha and Wine. Mazik. David is out this week. He is in Israel, actually doing tours of a number of different wineries, 24 wineries in 8 days. That is a lot of wine. But we're here. It's Parsha's Chukat, and it's my first time going solo on Parsha and Wine, so it's exciting. Let's talk about the Parsha for a second. Parsha's Chukat starts out with the laws of the red heifer. We are not, there used to be a good restaurant here in Maryland called the Red Heifer, but no longer. Goes through the laws of the red heifer, which is the sacrifice used to purify you from various types of impurities. We then go to the issue of Moses hitting the rock and being punished, and we have the death of Miriam, we have the death of Aaron. It's pretty, death-laden Parsha. And then we get to the end of the Parsha where Bnei Yisrael is traveling, sort of reaching the end of their journey through the desert. It's at the end of the 40 years, and they go through the Edomite lands. And they encounter the giant kings of Og Melech HaBashan, and there's a big fight between Og and the people of and his people and Moshe and the Bnei Yisrael. And there's actually a very good story in the Gemara about how tall Moshe was based on his fight with Og Melech HaBashan in the land of Edom. And the story goes that Moshe was known to be 10 amos tall, which probably about here. You can't see it; it's very tall. Probably about 8 to 10 feet, something in that range. And he had a staff that was 10 amos tall as well. And he could jump. He had some really, really good lift on his jump. He could jump an additional 10 amos. So he can get up 30 amos, it's a good height. And the Gemara talks about how when he jumped, he only hit the ankle of Og. That's how tall Og was, is that his ankle was 30 amos off the ground. And you can imagine this story obviously predates the story of Achilles. So the first Achilles heel is actually a story of Moshe, which is actually pretty cool. And in light of that, we are trying the Psagot Edom. And this actually is wine. This is a 375 ml bottle. It comes in a bigger size as well, the 750. This is good for people who maybe they like to enjoy a glass of wine at dinner but don't want to open a whole bottle, or maybe their spouse doesn't enjoy wine as much as they do. So they can go there. It comes in a mavushal and a not mavushal version. The smaller size we only carry in the mavushal, but the larger size has both the M series. This is the M series that we're trying, the mavushal series. But it has a non-mavushal as well. So let's try it and see what's going on. Just as an aside, David is actually in Israel right now, and he is touring, I believe, at this moment, the Psagot winery. So, so it's pretty cool to combine. It was not planned that way. We chose these wines for Parsha and Wine a long time ago, and I think David might have known that he was in Israel now, because he only got me a small bottle instead of a large bottle, though I'm sure people in the office here will enjoy it. So,
and we'll be on social, Instagram and Facebook. He'll be posting throughout the day.
And you can also, obviously, you may have been watching him as Bracha, if anyone wanted to know. Bracha informing me that I forgot to mention that he is on the tours. He's posting pictures and videos from all over. I think yesterday he was at Barkan. Today he's at Kosher, he's at Psagot, and I think there's another one here as well. But you can stay tuned on all of our different social media platforms. You can stay tuned, and emails as well. I've been getting some emails also that indicating where he's been as his tour through Israel. He's also going to be going to Spain as well to visit a couple of wineries next week. All right, so let's get a good smell in here. All right, so it's got a nice, sort of distinct aroma, which is feels good on the nose. Almost a little spicy. I saw someone mention that it sort of smells like almost like cigars, which is, I would say, a pretty good estimation of what this smells like. Let's taste it. you're definitely going to get some fruitier, some black fruit like blackberries or plums. It's not, I mean, it's actually, I think the alcohol content on this is pretty high. I think it's like 14.5%, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Nope, I was right, 14.5%. So you're going to get a little bit of alcohol on it. It's going to be a little bit higher than some other wines, but not as high as you can go. But all around, it's a great drinking wine, great table wine. It's quite a popular wine, I believe. It's that I've sold a lot of it, so people like it. I think it has a lot of good body to it. It'll sort of certainly spruce up a meal. I probably would pair this with what would I pair it with? Maybe some meat sauce, something like that. Pasta with meat sauce. We just had that this week in my house. My wife made this, but I did not. I knew that I was going to be trying this on Thursday, but I did not drink it at home. But I would have if I had known that had I known the way this would open up. Maybe I'll go home and have some leftovers with this wine, which would work. In any case, it's a great wine. I think it works really well. It's a delicious way to enjoy a nice evening, a nice meal. Go out and get this. You certainly get this in a restaurant. In a restaurant, this will be a nice bottle of wine in a restaurant, which will be really good. Anything else to add about this? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I actually like the 375 bottle because it's a little more personal. It'll age a little different. Wine will age a little bit different on the shelf. In the cellar, if it's a 375 versus 750, obviously, if you want to go all the way up to a 1.5 liter a Magnum size, the wine will age a little bit differently. So wines that in a regular size bottle might need to continue to age on the shelf. In the 375, it'll be drinkable a little bit sooner. There's another note, by the way. These are aged in American and French oak casks, so you're going to get a little bit of that. It's probably going to add that spiciness and that definitely the different textures and sort of the spiciness that you're going to get is going to be contributed certainly from the different casks that the oak cask, obviously, in both French and American, which add depth to the taste profile. All right, I don't think next week we have scheduled at this point a Parsha wine because David is out of town, and we were only scheduled through this week. There's a possibility we might add one next week, but we will leave that for the fly. In any case, have a great weekend and a good Shabbos. Parsha Chukat from Parsha Wine.